You're watching a production of Comcast CN 900, your home for local sports, news, and entertainment.
Throughout the 18 downriver towns and cities that rest along the Detroit River, many are known for their unique features.
I think this is one of the neatest towns in the whole Detroit metropolitan area, and it's really an unfound gem for a lot of people. If you get people coming from the northwest side, my wife and I both grew up. I grew up in West Bloomfield. She grew up in Franklin. We moved down here back in the 80s. And there's no way you could send us back. We're a blue-collar community and very proud of it, and we love our neighbors and our friends, and just the people down here are genuine.
Starting in the northern tip of Downriver, take Allen Park, a city with 28,000 residents and is home to the Detroit Lions' $35.5 million, 460,000 square foot training camp facility. 3 miles down the road from the Lions headquarters sits the largest non-production tire scale model ever built. The Giant Tire is one of the world's largest roadside attractions and began as a Ferris wheel in the 1964 World Fair. Allen Park is also known for being the host to the 2009 PBA World Series of Bowling at Thunderbowl Lanes. Matches were broadcast live on ESPN television. Another attractive town in Downriver is Taylor. In 2010, the U.S. Census put Taylor, Michigan as the 17th most populous city in Michigan, and the 543rd largest city in the United States, with over 63,000 residents.
I'm very proud of Taylor, and I believe in Downriver. I mean, I've spent my whole life here, and I've seen Taylor in the bad days of '60s, and I've seen it in the good days of the '80s and '90s, and right now we're coming back.
Taylor is known to worldwide sports fans for hosting the Junior League World Series. Every year, 5 American baseball teams take on 5 international teams from Asia, Mexico, Europe, Africa, Latin America, and Canada. The JLWS follows the same pattern as the Little League World Series and Major League Baseball rules.
I think it came about in the late 70s, 79, where the Little League Baseball, which is who we report to, they determined that they want to do an experiment, and so they created something that doesn't go anywhere but a tournament for 13-year-olds only. So I immediately put in for it, and I said, and I want to do the World Series when that happens. And they said, well, you can, but there ain't no World Series. I said, there will be. Everybody asked me how come we got it, and it's because nobody else asked for it. And now they ain't never going to get it.
Taylor is also home to Detroit Waza, the only professional arena soccer team in Michigan. The team plays at the Taylor Sportsplex with a roster packed with Americans as well as guys from Jamaica, Brazil, Australia, Kenya, Costa Rica, and Canada. Just southeast of Taylor is the quiet town of Southgate. Southgate is known as the dining capital of Downriver and homes any restaurant cuisine your taste buds are searching for. Most famous in the area is Mally's Sports Bar and Grill. Established in 2005, Mally's is known for one huge item, their burgers. But not just any burger. A burger big enough to break the Guinness World Record multiple years in a row.
First record, I believe, was taken in 2009. That was when Man vs. Food was here, and that was 185.6 pounds, commercially available, obviously. Modern Marvels was here shortly thereafter in 2010, and then October 2011 was the 338-pound burger. So we are in the process of putting together the next, massive one, which is going to be over 2,500 pounds.
But that's not all that happens at Mally's. If you love a challenge and have a hefty appetite, Mally's also has the 10-pound burger challenge, where if you can eat a 10-pound burger, bun, and all its toppings in under 2 hours, it's on the house.
The 10-pound burger is absolutely massive when you're looking at it, from a soul standpoint, that it's only you that's going to be, taking that on.
Another challenge that Mally's offers is the Hellfire Challenge.
We have a lot of people that try the Hellfire Challenge, which is a triple threat. You have to finish the burger, the wings, and the chili. You can't leave your seat. There's no going to the bathroom. It's sit down and get down. And I've yet to see anyone finish that.
Another unique stop downtown is Bellicoso, a cigar lounge in Wyandotte that has quite an extensive membership list.
Well, it means beautiful place, and it is a high-end cigar bar, martini bar. We sell cappuccinos, single malt, martinis, mixed drinks. We have a variety of cigars.
For $300 a year, members get access to the downstairs lounge and 20% off all boxes of local and international cigars.
We keep them on 62 degrees to keep them fresh. The fresher, the better.
The Michigan Edge will be right back. Stay with us as we explore many more unique communities downriver and what they have to offer when the Michigan Edge continues.
The Southern Wayne County Regional Chamber represents businesses in all of the 21 communities that we call Downriver. Downriver is a great place to live and play and visit. It's also an excellent place for businesses of any size or type to locate. The Southern Wayne County Regional Chamber and all of the 21 communities downriver are dedicated to serving business and helping you to achieve success.
The only way to get better is to challenge yourself, and that's what we're doing at Xfinity. We are challenging ourselves to improve every aspect of your experience, and this includes our commitment to being on time, every time. That's why if we're ever late for an appointment, we'll credit your account $20. It's our promise to you. We're doing everything we can to give you the best experience possible, because we should fit into your life, not the other way around.
I'm Doug Podell, and this is Rock 900. Catch Rock 900 every Tuesday night at 9 right here on CN 900.
It's time. Comcast and CN 900 will provide live coverage for Wayne State University home football games, beginning September 12th versus Truman State, September 19th versus Malone, October 10th versus Grand Valley State, October 17th versus Northern Michigan, October 31st versus Findlay, November 17th versus Lake Erie. Don't miss the action, only on CN 900.
Great shops, great eats, and great places. It's My Destinations, only on Xfinity On Demand. From Detroit to Grand Rapids, now you can check out some of Michigan's greatest destinations. Delicious pizza, Michigan craft beer, great family museums, and so much more. It's easy. Push the On Demand button on your remote, navigate to Get Local, and select My Destinations. It's My Destinations, only on Xfinity On Demand. Another way Comcast stays focused on the community.
Get ready to move into the fast lane, and we mean fast. Downriver is home to the River Rouge factory, and in its history was once the largest integrated factory in the world. Today, the Rouge is home to Ford's Rouge Center that includes 6 Ford factories on 600 acres and is most popular for building Ford trucks. Not far from the Rouge factory is the Flat Rock Assembly Plant, home of the Ford Mustang. Beginning in 2005, the plant began constructing Mustangs throughout the 2.9 million square feet of production space. Following the river south sits Trenton, a community prominently filled with blue-collar workers and beautiful parks along the Detroit River. In the early days, Trenton was known as an overnight pit stop for workers traveling to Detroit from Monroe. Today, the community is active with over 200 acres of parks and sports complexes.
Elizabeth Park is a beautiful park. It's kind of a jewel, as we call it, in the area. And so it's a wide open place for us to do all of the activities we do, in addition to being right on the Detroit River. So it's a great place for boat races, and I think each year we add something new or different to the event. But it's just kind of a nice event for the whole weekend for grown-ups and for kids to come down and enjoy the summertime.
In addition, every year Trenton puts on the roar of the riverboat races. For 3 days, adrenaline junkies set out to watch junior hydrojets and jet skis fly across the water.
Roar on the River started 64 years ago as a outboard powerboat race between the Grosio Free Bridge and the MacArthur Bridge up on Belle Isle. It was about a 20-mile run, and they used to run the stock outboard kneel-down boats. There was a group of local businessmen and family members that got together, and that's how the race started.
Today, it progresses far beyond there, as Trenton has a long history in the boating industry.
Used to be shipbuilding here in Trenton for many years at the turn of the century. There are some stories about the outboard motor being invented right here in the Trenton Channel.
Every year, over 25,000 people come out to the races with their families and kids. Roar on the River is the longest and largest running event in Downriver and offers games, entertainment, music, and live boating classes for kids brought in by PNC Bank.
It's such a great event. It's a great way to partner in the community. We supported this as a title sponsor for the last 7 years, but it's a great way to fulfill our mission to the community.
Downriver, we've got a very close community here. We get together as community members, help out other communities. We've got several others from Rotary clubs and other nonprofit groups that come down and help us with this event. But Downriver is a special place for many of us, and those that come here for the first time, some call it the great unknown. They never knew this existed down here, and this beautiful park, the jewel of Wayne County, Elizabeth Park, is probably one of the main draws for Downriver.
And let's not forget about the beautiful and rich island of Grosse Ile. The island itself is the largest island on the Detroit River and second most populated island in Michigan. At only 9.6 miles, the island has a population of a little over 10,000 residents and is known in the Downriver community for its wealth and class. In the center of the island sits Westcroft Gardens. Westcroft is the oldest farm in Michigan, still owned by the same family.
We are the oldest farm in the state of Michigan. It was my fifth great grandfather's, Alexander and William McComb. We say McComb, the rest of the world says McComb. That bought the island from the Indians in 1776.
Westcroft was originally a hay farm, supplying hay for the Detroit trolley horses, but in 1917 changed its nursery to specializing in rhododendrons and azaleas that are still prominent in the garden today.
We grow all of our own bedding plants, our hanging baskets, and our perennials. Depending on Mother Nature, we usually open in April or March. We manufacture a fertilizer that my grandfather invented for azaleas and rhododendrons called greenleaf compound, because Michigan is very alkaline because of all the clay that they like the acid, so we manufacture and sell that also. And we used to have raspberry fields, but the drought of '89 ended those, and now there are too many deer on the island to have raspberries.
At the southern end of the island sits the Grosse Ile Yacht Club. The club was started by a small group of men in 1934 who loved sailing.
The sailors first started this club in 1934, Commodore Berdino, and then it was in a houseboat, and then they took it from a houseboat and then put it onto Peekaboo because it kept on sinking. So then they ended up building the building here at Grosse Ile Yacht Club in 1949.
Today, the present memberships continue to prove the yacht club as one of the finest in the Great Lakes.
We're a destination site for people that are traveling, and they stop over here and they have transient dockage, and we're just kind of like a midway stop for them, and they can come here and use the swing platform and have, dockage here and come in and dine.
In addition, at the yacht club every Wednesday night throughout the summer, sailors take to the Detroit River for some racing.
The club was started with sailboaters, and it's a big sailing community now. We have racing on Wednesday evening, and all the clubs from West Shore Sail Club, Ford Yacht Club will meet over here at Grosse Ile Yacht Club, and then they go out and do different race courses and then finish here at Grosse Ile Yacht Club or either at Ford Yacht Club.
Throughout the island, families and workers pride themselves on not only the cleanliness of the island, but its small town feel, and most importantly, being named as the safest town and community in Michigan.
I love the people. The membership here is very friendly. We're a great spot for weddings. People are having their weddings over here on the front lawn. We can accommodate up to 300 people for a wedding. Just the membership is just wonderful.
It's a lovely community. It's very, very quiet. It's safe. I just love it. It's a great community. Everybody's friendly. It's very nice.
The only way to get better is to challenge yourself. And that's what we're doing at Xfinity. We are challenging ourselves to improve every aspect of your experience. And this includes our commitment to being on time, every time. That's why if we're ever late for an appointment, we'll credit your account $20. It's our promise to you. We're doing everything we can to give you the best experience possible. Because we should fit into your life, not the other way around.
Whether it's sailing the Detroit River or catching dinner downtown, Downriver, Michigan is truly a magical place.
You know, Downriver as a whole has a lot to offer. I personally am from Wyandotte, being a lover of the water and boating and whatnot. From a general, aspect, you can get to so many different things and be a part of so many different, city activities and community, organizations and groups, and there's always something going on in the area.
And let's not forget about their rich ties in music. In 2009, the Wyandotte High School Marching Chiefs performed at the 2009 presidential inauguration.
We were super fortunate, being the high school band director at Roosevelt High School in 2009, to have the band be honored to go to the presidential inaugural parade. And this is a really great story that I love to share with people. We had planned a trip to go to the inaugural parade because it was going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for our students, and we applied to be in the parade kind of as a hope that maybe that would happen. That'd be like the cherry on top of the cake. But after applying and getting a lot of the local politicians to support us, from Congressman John Dingell, and just all the different support that we had, we actually were accepted, and we received a phone call saying that we were accepted to be in the parade, and the community pulled together and supported us.
In addition, Downriver founded its own all-volunteer ensemble for adults.
Wyandotte is it's a special community. The people are very supportive of each other. There's a great family sense in the community, very supportive of the arts, supportive of the school district. I haven't met a person in Wyandotte that hasn't been supportive of something, whether it was a community event, like you see the Wyandotte Street Art Fair, or the arts programs at the high school, both the choir program and the band program. It's a great community that pulls together and supports the things that they're proud of.
As another edition of the Michigan Edge comes to a close, do yourself a favor and enjoy everything the Downriver communities have to offer. From great dining to parties on the river, Downriver will have you craving for more. Be sure to join us next time as we explore another exciting Michigan city and find out what gives it the edge, the Michigan Edge.